Hey everyone, welcome to Space Coast Live. I'm your host, Jeanna Wood, and today it's all about getting ready for Halloween, Space Coast style. My costume of choice? Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie, and since my name is Jeanna, I thought I Dream of Jeanna had a nice ring to it. I Dream of Jeannie was a popular 60s TV show that was set here in Cocoa Beach and at the time, Cape Kennedy. Although you won't find any TV sets or museums dedicated to the series here, we do have a few spots in Cocoa Beach that celebrates the series. I Dream of Jeannie Lane was named in 1996 and is located next to the entrance of Lori Wilson Park. I Dream of Yogurt, one of my favorite yogurt spots here on the Space Coast, has embraced its inner Jeannie like no other. Next to Ron John Surf Shop, it's a self-serve froyo shop that's decked out in I Dream of Jeannie memorabilia, including episodes playing on the TV inside. And every fall, I Dream of Jeannie is celebrated with the Ron John Cocoa Beach Half Marathon. The Jeannie-themed run takes place throughout Cocoa Beach and includes a costume contest for both Jeannie and Major Nelson. In years past, pop icons like Barbara Eden, the Jeannie herself, and Dawn Wells from Gilligan's Island have made appearances at the event. Here's a quick look at the Ron John Cocoa Beach Half Marathon taking place Sunday, October 29th. The event producer for the Ron John Cocoa Beach Half Marathon is here with us today. This is Mitch Barnes. Hi, Mitch. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Well, thanks. Hi, Jenna. Good to see you.
Thanks for coming into our studio, and we are super excited to be sharing with you guys about the upcoming marathon. Can you share with our audience a little bit more about that?
Yeah, on October 29th, Sunday, October 29th, we have the third annual Ron John Cocoa Beach Half Marathon. It's the premier distance running event on the Barrier Island, Cocoa Beach of the Space Coast. And we'll have about 2,400 runners in the race. We have an I Dream of Jeannie theme, so about 160 women and a handful of men are going to be dressed like you on Sunday, October 29th.
That's awesome. And so the race takes place in Cocoa Beach. Where does it start in Cocoa Beach and where does it end? And can you tell us a little bit about the route that the runners will be taking?
Yeah, sure. The race actually starts by Patrick Air Force Base. And again, we have an I Dream of Jeannie theme, so that's nice because Major Nelson was at Patrick Air Force Base.
Yes.
So we run 2 miles on the base. You run up A1A all the way to about where Ron John Surf Shop is, our sponsor. They will go out at Shepherd Park along the beach for 2 miles, hard packed, low tide, spectacular running conditions, and then come back up A1A and finish in Lori Wilson Park in Cocoa Beach on a road called I Dream of Jeannie Lane.
Yes, that's something that we showed you guys a little bit earlier in today's segment. And at the finish line, there are Jeannies waiting there. And is there an after party? And what does that look like?
Yeah, there's a huge after party, and we're like fully themed race. All of our mile markers are young ladies dressed up like Jeannies, holding little signs up for all the runners. Along the course, there's plenty of water stops and Gatorade and Clip Bars, etc. As they make their way into I Dream of Jeannie Lane, it's a magnificent finish line with pink carpet and Jeannie bottles. And
oh, wow. Just
everybody finishes the race, of course, with our theme. This is the evil twin sister. They get this bottle.
So this is this year's medal, and right. These are the previous year's medal, but I see something different over here. What's up with the flip-flop?
Yeah, exactly. There were actually 7 bottles used in I Dream of Jeannie, and it's a 7-series race. But this year we're partnering with the city of Cocoa Beach, the recreation department. And if you run their 5K the day before our race, you actually get the golden flip-flop, which we're calling the key to the city of Cocoa Beach, in addition to your Jeannie bottle medal. And so this is turning out to be a big hit with already a few hundred people entered in this race.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So the event takes place on October 29th here in Cocoa Beach. Can you tell us where they can register?
Yes, to register online, cocoabeachhalfmarathon.com. And we're about 85% full at this point, but we'll be sold out. But entries are good, and we just want to give everybody a great time in Cocoa Beach.
Yes, and make sure you wear your best Jeannie costume or your best Major Nelson outfit. We'll see you guys out there. Speaking of costumes, it's not every day that I get to play dress up here on Space Coast Live. So here's a behind the scenes look of our team getting ready for today's show, as well as an I Dream of Jeannie makeup tutorial.
Anytime you do any kind of Halloween makeup or regular makeup, it's always good to have a nice little photo reference, which I do have. And the cool thing is that this makeup is super fun. You could actually use it in everyday life, toned down a little bit. You don't want to do too crazy. So I actually like this fun purple color, and this is the actual lid of her eye. When we go in with another color, we're gonna provide some depth and we'll go on the crease, and we'll show you that when that happens. That's just our base color right now that we're putting on the actual eyelid, and we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So now that we've done the actual base part of that, we want to go in and create some depth. And you could do that with a darker color of your choice. What you want to do is go on the crease of your eye. And the secret to all things makeup is a little thing called blending. It's a good thing. Let me see here really quick. Very nice. So now I just want to do the same thing to the other eye. Okay, and there you go. You can find the crease. Next off, we want to do the eyeliner. Black is always a good one to go with. It creates that depth and that drama that you would want for Halloween especially. Another reason we'd love to do this is because Jeannie had that classic cat eye. So why not replicate it today on Miss Jenna? Okay, to finish your eye, you want to do a little bit of mascara. If you're feeling daring, you could always go with some fake eyelashes. Those are always fun. But for today, we're just going to use the mascara. And it just creates a little bit more volume. Our next stop are the lips. I like to go a little bit bold, but it's also very Jeannie.
It is.
She was known for her cat eyes, for that glow, and also these vibrant lips. And actually, this color is really popping on her, and it looks very Jeannie to me. So we're gonna go ahead and keep that color. Final touch is we wanna add that Jeannie look, and you can't do that without some glitter. You could use shimmer, and that's a little bit understated. It still will work, but you can't go wrong with some glitter. So you just want to add that either to the outside of the eye or the cheek. We're gonna do both because why not? And that's how you have a classic Jeannie look or any kind of glammed up, glorious look for Halloween.
Halloween is just a few weeks away, and we want to get you ready to be the hit of your Halloween party. You can be a genie, spaceman, or even Major Nelson himself. Now that you have Space Coast inspired costumes, here's a few upcoming Halloween events taking place this month on Florida Space Coast. And here's a preview of some upcoming events taking place in November. Head to downtown Melbourne Friday, November 3rd for a free concert by the Fratellis. This is in conjunction with FIT's homecoming, and everyone is welcome to attend. Root Fire at the Park takes place November 10th through the 12th in Cocoa Village, just 10 minutes from Cocoa Beach. This is a music and lifestyle festival bringing international, national, and local music talent to Florida Space Coast, along with games, yoga, food and craft vendors for the whole family to enjoy. And for all my foodies and wine connoisseurs, the Downtown Melbourne Food and Wine Fest takes place November 18th. Enjoy samples from some of the top restaurants on the Space Coast and take a leisurely stroll as you experience Melbourne's cultural diversity and culinary excellence. Before we sign off today, we wanted to share with you the last rocket launch that took place here on Florida Space Coast. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you next time here on Space Coast Live.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Stage 1 prop looks good.
power telemetry nominal.
You're watching the Falcon 9 rocket as it ascends through the atmosphere, carrying the EchoStar 105 SES-11 payload to geostationary transfer orbit after a successful liftoff from Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
Vehicle supersonic.
In about 10 seconds, the rocket is going to be passing through the period of maximum aerodynamic pressure that is called max Q. Those 9 Merlin engines currently thrusting produce the thrust of 5 747s at full thrust. That's how much power the Falcon 9 is producing right now.
And back engine shell started.
In about 30 seconds, those 9 Merlin engines are going to shut off in an event called MECO, which stands for Main Engine Cutoff. Once MECO happens, there'll be 2 other very quick succession stages happening after that. The first is going to be the stage separation, where the first stage separates from the second stage and comes back towards the drone ship. And then after that, second engine start 1, which is when the Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage ignites to carry the payload the rest of the way to orbit. Stand by for MECO very soon.
We have MECO.
Stage separation.
And back ignition.
You can hear the applause from Mission Control. It looks like that we had a successful MECO, main engine cutoff, successful stage separation, and a successful start of the Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage.